We're in today with the GT 620. This is a 2012 video card with 96 shaders. It's got 1 gig of VRAM, DDR3, running at 700 MHz on the core clock and 435 MHz on the memory clock, 64 bits bus width, DirectX 11, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads. The best thing I can do for this display adapter is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with VALORANT on 720p with normal details. I mean low quality here, because this is a game that it's utilizing the video card, but it's working really nice with older hardware. And in this case, with this resolution and this quality, you can see I got 99% load on this. Look at this. 873 megabytes of VRAM allocated and 250 utilized. It's holding pretty well. On the system side, I got 8.3 gig of system RAM utilized with this. 8% load on the CPU. It doesn't have a stress. The only thing I have to be concerned here, it's 62 degrees on the video card's core, but I got 69% fan power in order to keep this video card cool. This is it. This is the game that knows how to utilize this video card. Only 118 megabytes of VRAM processed and 800 allocated. What the heck is going on? Still holding pretty well. 51 FPS on this occasion with this video card on minimal. 51 FPS on 1%. It's a good average from this because it allows me to play with competitive numbers, you know, in a game online. You know, 620 is not very well renowned, you know, to be a very how shall I say, gaming video card. You know, I will see it's more like a display adapter in this situation. The only thing I have to do is put the right settings and I can benefit from it. You know, I mean, you can do some custom settings depending on how you want to play the game, but you have to lower the resolution and quality in order to get it. This is very heavy on the video card. I mean, it's Fortnite with 720p with 100% render scale. Not very good performance from this. I got 900 megabytes of VRAM allocated, 600 processed and 72 degrees. You know, it's got 100% fan speed in order to keep this video card cool with 99% loaded. Fortnite knows how to squeeze the light of this display adapter, but I got 200 watts consumption from the whole thing here, and it's actually very interesting because if I pair it up with a more efficient, smaller computer, it will be actually a very efficient machine, you know. But apparently in Fortnite you have no chance on actually playing the game. Look at this, 30 FPS. Not a very good performance here. The only way I can get more FPS, 20-30 FPS, it's I think by lowering the render scale. That's the only way I can do it. But if I do that, then there is like maybe I can reach 60 FPS. This is 50% render scale with 720p. This is not a very pretty sight, seriously. This is actually a very bad quality, but it does work with 40-70 FPS depending on the zone. See, now I got 40-50 FPS. The moment I look at the map or something, I got 90 FPS. So it's very cheating here. It makes it look like it's actually playable with this, but it's not. You know, it's very hard on this video card. If you're interested on playing this game with a video card like this, there is a chance. You know, you can play it, but you have to do the custom settings. You have to lower the render scale. You have to put 720p. You know, it's free to play. This is the only advantage you have here. So Fortnite is possible to be played with this video card, but yeah, you have to sacrifice the quality in this case. I was expecting this game to run with flawless performance. Seriously, I was expecting different type of performance from this. Seriously, 720p apparently is maximum what I'm getting from this. The only way I can get more FPS is by lowering the desktop resolution, and I think it's gonna be very hard on this. Seriously, 800 megabytes allocated and 450 process. I mean, it's doing the job when it comes to, how shall I say, utilizing the video card. You can see that it's struggling to put 60 FPS on the table, but the best thing I can do, you know what, let's go and change the resolution. All right, I put 1024. Look at this. I got the Elgato that has 4x3. I should use this capture card when I'm playing with the old computers. 4x3, and I got still 40 FPS. I got in this case 9.2 gig of system RAM utilized. You know, so less than 10% load on the CPU with this. This is stupid low. Seriously, this is not okay. I'm on 4x3 aspect ratio. I think this is the most saddest thing to see here with this computer. I mean, it's not okay, it's not good, it's not bad, but 40-50 FPS with this 620, it's an exaggeration, seriously. I'm gonna keep this capture card because I never thought I will get this with this Elgato 4K, but it did show me that it's possible to get playable FPS. So still averaging very low, 50 FPS on average, 39 on minimal, and 38 on 1%. Not okay, because majority of the time when you're gonna play a game like this, you're gonna end up with a lot of stutter when you're encountering players, you see, 40 FPS. And this is not okay. Farlight needs to be with 200 FPS in order to get nice competitive experience, you know. So I got low wattage, 170 watt consumption from the whole computer, you know, but yeah, I don't recommend it, seriously. 620 with online games apparently is very hard, you know, it's very hard to actually do this. I actually thought I would have playable FPS in Battlefield 3 with this video card. I put 1024 here, I got 800 by 600 and 640 just in case I'm interested on a lower resolution, but you can clearly see that is not capable of allowing me to play Battlefield with this, you know. 30 FPS is not okay. I need a proper video card. Apparently this 620, it's not cutting nothing here, not even the air with that fan. I got like 69 fan power in order to give me 61 degrees. Nice. But all jokes aside, I got 100% load here with 800 megabytes of VRAM allocated, 450 460 process. This is good, and hopefully I'm gonna average over 30 FPS. That's the most important thing here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go into the city with a tank and see how much FPS we're gonna average. 22 FPS here with this is not okay. I think it will be very ideal to put 800 by 600 in order to get playable FPS. Averaging still okay in this occasion with this video card. Apparently on 29 FPS on average with the 620 in Battlefield 3. Oh man, 1024 is apparently too much for this. In GTA 5 with this combination, you're gonna see that the video card is not capable of doing nothing here. Seriously, I put 1024 on the resolution. I didn't change the render scale. I think it's on 100%. But if I go on the render scale, I think I have a standing chance on getting 30 FPS. That's it, you know. So the GPU, sorry, the display adapter can actually be utilized at maximum. I mean, it's allocating 1 gig of VRAM in this case. Maximum load on the core, 65 degrees. It's horrible, you know. So GTA 5, it's not capable of running on this, you know. You have to change the render scale in order to get playable FPS, and maybe 800 by 600. To be fair, I think the many updates managed to ruin the game. It's very hard on this occasion to play the game, so majority of the time, if you want to run this, it needs to be with a better video card, you know. So in this case 620 doesn't cut it. This is 1024 with 50% render scale, 0.5 on the frame scale. It's not okay, seriously. 26 FPS, but the only thing I managed to see is like 960 megabytes of VRAM allocated. That's the only difference between 50% render scale and 100, because there I had maximum VRAM allocated. 672 processed, and still 100% load on the core of the video card with 64 degrees. Very interesting temperature from this video card. It's got 69% fan power in order to keep this video card on this temperature, and on the system side I got nearly 11 gig of system RAM to push this video card with 25 FPS. This is more like a cinematic experience, you know. Seriously, cinematic experience with this 620. But no, GTA 5 is not capable of. So by this logic, you manage to see the pattern today that most of the games are not very compatible with this. I mean, not that you're not compatible, I mean you're not very friendly with this, you know, because it's lagging and it's hard, and the core can do it. Even though it's got 700 megahertz, you still can push a lot of FPS. A bit disappointing, but I think the time has come to find some other games that actually knows how to utilize this. This is the game that needs to be put on this video card. Look at this. Okay, so 720p with low lowest details gives me the right FPS in this case. 500 megabytes of VRAM allocated and only 100 megabytes processed. This is the most important thing here to understand, that the video card is doing the job. So this is the right game that needs to be played on this. Let me average this a little so I can see how much is gonna work. But you have to put 720p with low details, and the video card knows how to deliver that FPS, you know, because it's utilized at maximum. 64 degrees on this occasion, and the VRAM doesn't have any problems, but it's holding okay, you know. This is the most important thing in this case. Temperature is good, performance is good, the CPU doesn't have any problems, not even 10% load on the CPU with 9.8 gig of system RAM utilized. Overall performance is good, can't say nothing bad about it because it did the job exactly what I want. In this game with 720p on lowest details, you can see I got 40 FPS. It's very hard on the 620, seriously. I think with older video cards or with old video cards with dual BGA, I think it's gonna be much better. 620, it becomes 530, 440, 350, 260, 980. I think this is a 980 experience. I'm actually curious, does this video card compare to a 980? I'm gonna find a 440 and see if it's running the same. 440 GT, maybe it's the same performance. You can see that in this game it doesn't have any chance here on playing with 60 FPS. 720p, it's apparently it's an exaggeration for this video card. Maximum load here, and 350 megabytes allocated with 150. Well, this is not okay, you know. This is literally a display adapter in this situation, but you can do more, you know, than this. The only thing I can do is just take this video card, slap it in that XP machine, and then you're gonna see that you can have a lot of fun with 1024 or 1280 on the resolution with all games. That's the most important thing, to find the right games. But in this case, with this machine and trying to play games online, it's very demanding, you know. Even with all games like this, you can see that it's very hard on this. But there's a couple of options, you know, with this. I think I have to go lower on the resolution and I will have playable FPS. All in all, I can say, yeah, 720p is very demanding. In S.T.A.L.K.E.R with 720p with static light with maximum details, I got almost playable FPS. 50 FPS. I can adjust this. I have a couple of more settings that I can do because I'm on maximum details. Now, if I put it to medium details, I'm gonna get playable FPS. But 720p with this video card, apparently here, with without any effects like full dynamic or dynamic light or something like that, you can see I got 50 FPS. 370 megabytes allocated and nearly 200 processed. This is good. Maximum core load with 175 watts consumption from the whole computer. It's good, you know, it's being utilized, but under 200 watts, it's actually good. Very efficient. Under 10% load on the CPU, 8.2 gig of system RAM. So I think this video card is good for older games. That's it, you know. If you are interested on utilizing it, like for games, it needs to be old games, then you can actually have a lot of fun. See, it's a decent performance from this video card. Seriously, considering the age, considering what specs it's got, this is not bad. Now, if you set up the games properly, you can see that you have a standing chance on utilizing it, or you can use it as a display adapter, watch some movies, and yeah, try to see if it's possible to use it as an office machine adapter, you know, a display adapter. That's the only way you can get away with this. I keep saying older games because that's the only chance I have in this occasion with this video card. Seriously, to use it for all games. World of Tanks, come on, save me with this video card. I want a freaking game that works with 60 FPS. So I put 1366 on the resolution because it's got 16.9 aspect ratio. I put minimal quality in order to see if I can get playable FPS. This is, I think, the most important thing here ever. Nearly 190 watts consumption, 600 allocated and 300 on the VRAM side. I think the best thing I can do for this video card is just play a little more and see if I can get a good average on the FPS side. This is the most important thing here ever, you know, to get over 60 FPS on average. 79 is now with 44 FPS on minimal and 46 on 1%. Not bad, not good. I think this is the most good thing I managed to see with this video card for the moment. There's no problem on the CPU side. I got only 10 gig of system RAM. I mean, 10 gig of system RAM, it's a lot, you know. 13% load on the CPU side with 40 degrees. It's holding okay-ish, you know, but yeah, in some cases it's dropping below playable FPS, 36 FPS. I don't know why I managed to drop, but you can see that it's almost there. It's at the lowest quality with 1366, and yeah, at least this game managed to run with over 60 FPS. In Fallout with this video card on 720p with low details, look at this, I got playable FPS. Should wait a little. 59 degrees in this situation, and it's holding decent, you know. I got 300 megabytes of VRAM allocated and 100 process. It shows me that this video card is not very capable of how shall I say, playing some games, you know. It's like sometimes it's okay, you know, 90%, 80% load on the core, and the moment I look at something more details and a lot of models, buildings, like 50%, 50 FPS on average. Yeah, it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's yeah, it's very volatile, you know, in some cases. I like it. In this situation with this game, I think I can put it even a little lower on the resolution and I will get constant 60 FPS, because now I got 60 FPS, 75% load on the core, and it's holding there, and that's something that I am okay with. If you're interested on getting that constant FPS, it's gonna be very hard on you to set it up in such a way that you don't lose the quality and the resolution, you know. So yes, in this game with this combination, there's not a lot of problems, but there's a lot of options. I think to rebuild an old machine, to use it in a different type of category like emails, office, multimedia, use it as a display adapter, I think that's the only way you can do it. Use it as a testing video card, you know, to test mainboard computers and stuff like that. If you want to restore computers, I think this will be a nice video card to test other machines. The only quality that I see is that it's got a couple of connectors in the back. You know, 1 gig of VRAM DDR3 doesn't help. The core and bus switch, no, not helping this case. I think maybe because it's low profile, you can put it in a small form factor machine and you can benefit from the size of it. That's the biggest advantage of this. Like I said, if it doesn't consume a lot of wattage, you can use it for a very efficient machine, you know, to have it as an office machine. Maybe some older games, retro games, it will be okay. If it had 128 bits bus width, I think this video card would have been totally different, and it would have been much better for the video card. You managed to see today that it's a very big struggle to have this in the machine and to play some stuff, but if you make the right choice with this, it can be used on something light or some work. That's it. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.